Let's say you're a Mac user, and you're using Windows 7 for some reason, either a separate PC with a Mac keyboard or Boot Camp on your Mac. And being a regular Mac user, you're used to using keyboard shortcuts for your work. Using Ctrl instead of Command can make it difficult to retrain your brain, fighting all the muscle memory you've built up using Command. Since most of the keyboard shortcuts in Windows are identical to Mac, just using the Control key instead of the Command key, and the physical Command key on a Mac keyboard maps to the Windows key, which is not terribly useful anyway, wouldn't it be nice if you could remap the Windows keys to work like two more Control keys? This would bring back most of the keyboard shortcuts you're used to, so Windows 7 is a little bit more like Mac OS, and it has the added benefit of disabling the Windows key, which is really only useful at minimizing your games at just the wrong moment.
What? No!
Well, I figured out a way, and that's what I'm about to show you. But before I do, I must warn you that it involves a registry hack. If you aren't comfortable messing with the registry, or you don't even know what the Windows registry is, I advise you to turn away now. I won't be held responsible for damage you manage to do, and I won't help you fix it. What you do with this information is up to you. You're on your own. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, let's get to work. First, we'll open the registry and add a new registry entry under HKey, Local Machine, System, Current Control Set, Control, Keyboard Layout. We need to create a binary value named scancode map and fill it with some binary values in hex. Here's a simple example where I remap the caps lock key to the shift key. The first 4 bytes represent the version. This D word is always 0. The second 4 bytes represents different flags that can be set. These should also be all 0 since we won't be messing with them. The third 4 bytes represents the number of mappings to follow, including the null terminator at the end. The subsequent D words, 4 bytes each, are the actual key mappings. To know what hex we need to put in for the key mappings, we need the hex scan code for the keys we wish to remap. I've placed a link to a simple one in the video description. Looking for the caps lock scan code, we find it to be 003A, and the left shift scan code to be 002A. To enter them, we need to enter each byte in reverse order. First is the physical key, then the replacement key. So the result in reverse order is 2A003A00. The final thing to add is the null terminator at the end, which is just all zeros, 4 bytes worth. Alright, let's change the Windows key to Control. To do this, we'll need the hex scan codes for the left and right Windows keys, and the scan codes for the left and right Control keys. All that's left is to enter these values in reverse order, update the number of total D words, and save. Once we restart the computer, the new keyboard remapping should take effect. I personally have remapped the caps lock key to the left shift and the 2 Windows key to the left and right Control keys. But you can do whatever suits you. Also, I do not condone the use of this knowledge for pranks and practical jokes. Definitely don't switch your friend's keyboard letters and remap them just to mess with their head. That wouldn't be funny. Don't do it. Also, I know this works on Windows 7, but I don't know if it still works on Windows 10. If any brave soul out there tries it and it works, I'm sure someone out there would appreciate the information. Leave a comment below. Okay, bye.